so much, Mr. Sneed, for allowing me to observe your class. You did well.
Thank
I really do like when you had your objectives on the board as well as on the wall. I like that you restated your objective periodically throughout the class. I love your stop statement sessions where you allowed the students to ask questions. And I like the way you walk throughout your classroom and how you formatively assess the students. That showed that you had great classroom management. Thank you so much. Okay. Um, Now I want to ask you a question. How will you extend your lesson beyond the classroom?
Usually it's like an exit ticket or homework that I give them for, I'll usually upload their homework to like Google Classroom or Canvas.
Okay.
And then they'll kind of extend their lesson there through homework and completing it at home.
Okay. Do you give an exit ticket at the end of every class?
No, not at the end of every class. No, I try to give it at the end of every concept that I teach.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
like, if there's a concept that takes us maybe 2 or 3 days, they will get that exit ticket at the end of the concept.
Great. Okay. You involve parent into your curriculum.
I usually try to involve them by just making sure I'll send the homework, and so parents have access to Canvas so they can see the homework as well. But I also make sure that I let my students know to involve their parents or have ask their parents questions at home and things like that. And I also am planning to hold a parent night, a math parent night, at the school so that parents are involved in that.
Um, have you do you have plans of involving the rest of your colleagues in the math class?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
So we'll set up stations. So it'll be mainly math, but then you'll have your small subjects and things like that that they can visit as well. But each teacher will be set up at a station, and they'll just rotate stations at different math programs.
Okay. Are you culturally responsive? Like, how do you learn about your kids? What assignments do you require them to complete so you can learn of them?
I think I try to do that at the beginning of all my classes, just kind of like use their first like 2 weeks to build rapport. So have their student information sheets that they do.
Okay.
They'll have their like personality test that they take.
Okay.
And they have their learning styles quiz. So I'm learning like the different ways they like to learn, learning their personality, and also just making sure that they know their home information and contact information just in case it's needed.
Okay, all right. And I could tell because you catered to all of their learning styles, visual with the video that you provided for them, kinesthetics when they completed the graph, and auditory when you stood up and explained it. I appreciate that.
Yeah, sure.
I appreciate the guided practice and the independent practice.
Yeah.
So that was great. So the next plans that I have for you, and I hope you will agree upon, is to conduct some walkthroughs of our, I wouldn't say expert teachers, but teachers who have been here, because I know you want to be a principal yourself. So I want you to get firsthand knowledge of how to observe teachers and what to look for. And I do have you down for that math night. And this is a goal review. Your goal review. So right now we're setting goals. So within the next 2 weeks, I want you to conduct your walkthroughs. Okay. After that, I want you to attend solution tree and cognitive coaching seminars.
Okay.
Okay. And then I want you to present what you've learned to your peers. I want you to host a PLC, and this will help you to be an administrator, which is one of your goals. And after that, we're going to have around about the 12th week, we're going to have a mid review.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm going to come back to your classroom 2 weeks, if that's okay, so that I can see more of collaboration. Okay. A question that I have, if you have a student who is struggling and don't comprehend the lesson because you taught Lanier with the graphics.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, okay. So if you have a student that don't understand it, say I'm the student and you're the teacher. Okay. And because I don't understand, I'm causing a disruption in the class. Okay. So you ready? Let's
Yeah.
role play. Okay.
Excuse me. All right. What's wrong? Did you
I don't understand this.
Okay, that's fine
Okay.
because we got a couple other students that have mastered this concept.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have you work with uh, John over here. Well, look, do you like good grades?
I do.
All right. Well, you're gonna work with John today.
Okay.
So look, we gonna have you work with John. He's mastered this concept. So I'm gonna partner y'all together so that he can kind of create a couple of questions, or he can guide you through the question that you're having trouble with. Because as I said before, he's mastered the concept. He has 100 on his last assignment, his last test. So he can help you get there. He can help you get there. So I'm gonna pair you with him. Y'all work on those concepts together, and then I'm gonna come back and give you a review for you to do for yourself and see how much you've learned. Because maybe he can explain it in a way that I didn't.
If he don't, I'll let you know.
All right.
Okay. Okay. Good. That's good.
Yeah.
That student and you reiterated rewards of making a 100. Okay. All right. After that, after the 12th week, I want you to continue with peer modeling. I want you to show beginning teachers everything that you learned in those professional development.
Okay.
Okay. And then you'll have your final observation. And at the end of your final observation, you will get rewarded. Is that okay with you?
Yes, that's
okay. If you will sign this here. All right. Thank you so much,
Yes.
Mr. Sneed. It was nice working with you, and I enjoyed the observation. Oh.